Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Dalise, but you might know me as Stamper Girl, and today I'm here for Kendra's card challenge for one of our super sponsor inspiration hub with Betty Penny. And I am so excited about this. If you have not seen my unboxing for Betty Penny's package that she sent us, we got to pick a few of her products, and oh my god, her papers are just fabulous. I am in love with every single one of them. And I got to play with them, and I am going to be using sketch number 7 from Kendra's card challenge number 18. If you don't know what Kendra's card challenge is, it is a super cool challenge that is a quarterly challenge. You get 6 cutting guides for 6x6 pattern papers, and following along with the cutting guide, you have 15 sketches. And out of those 15 sketches, our last sketch actually makes you create 3 different cards. So you get 18 cards this quarter to play around in creating this fabulous challenge. You get to enter your 18 cards every month for the next 3 months. So April, May, and June. And every time you submit those using InLinkz, and all the links are in the Patreon, and Patreon is free for one of our levels. You get to enter every month your 18 cards, and you make sure that when you enter it, there is a little piece of paper, or you modify your image just to have your name and where in the world you are, so we know in which of the giveaways list we can set you up. Right now, let me talk to you about this 4-season Betty Penny. So the sketch that I'm using is sketch number 7. Sketch number 7 has these 4 pieces of strips of 1x4, and for me it's really hard to glue them so they are straight. So I tend to do that little trick that you just saw me do, which is using a little bit of washi tape and just gluing the back. And now I'm gluing the second piece, which is the bottom piece of the sketch, and for some reason I may have cut them a little bit off. So this is where I am deciding, do I want to put it one side, do I put it another side, and I decided to put a smack in the middle, and then I'm going to trim just a tiny bit on each side so everything is down to that 4x5 1/4 inch that the sketch is calling for. And I love how this color just pops with the yellow. And I'm looking at it and I'm like deciding, you know what, I'm going to make a little bit of a change, and I'm going to trim. And I did cut out this fabulous, beautiful 4-season princess here, and that is in one of the papers. By the way, this paper that I'm using these are all a collection from the same paper. So if you care to think, I'm using 2 papers from this 4-season collection. This one that I am mixing, by the way, I did, even though it's just one panel, I change the order of the panels so there is more it looks look more active and more dynamic. And now we're gonna do a little bit of sewing. Why not? Because I think this is one of the things that I mentioned in my unboxing, that I really wanted to do some sewing, but not machine sewing, but hand sewing, maybe some knots and some embroidery, because it just calls to me. I really look at it and I thought, oh, this needs some extravagant, cool, funky texture. I did have a few of the Prima Marketing flowers that I've had in my stash forever, hashtag 1900s crafty stash. And I am just adding them because she has these cute flowers in her hair. So I wanted to keep that same vibe, but give it like a 3D effect. And I am in love how it turned out. Thank you for joining us in this hub for our super sponsor Betty Penny. Make sure that you check my description below. There is a playlist with all the fabulous DT members that are featuring Betty Penny this time around. And make sure that you fill up all the information for the giveaway. There is always a giveaway in our hubs. And I really hope that you join all my fellow hoppers here and you subscribe and like these videos. We'd love to have you as a brand new follower. I am using a pretty thick Gutenberg thread, and it almost feels like embroidery thread. And I am using 2 strands, which doubled, which means it's 4 pieces. And I'm going to just twist and twist about 4 to 6 times, it depends. Then I'm going to see how I'm keeping that little piece taut, and then I'm just pulling down. You get these fun, cute, like little knots. We're going to do another one. I'm using my piercing tool, trying to decide where I want my next one. And I'm just, did you know, see that I'm using this foam in the back. And then I'm going to put my needle again, pull it nice and tight. And then I am going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I'm going to put it right back in, keeping that thread nice and tight. And you got to squiggle a little bit because it's a big needle and a huge eye on that needle. Okay, one more time. And I'm going to do a zoom in on this third one, hopefully, so you guys can see it. Again, I'm not cutting the thread. I'm keeping it connected. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're putting it nice, keeping it tight, pushing it down. And there are our 3 cool, fun knots. And now I am going to put a piece of washi, and I'm going to trim the thread because I want to do some on the other side. And I could have keep it connected, but I didn't want to have to thread my needle again. I know, laziness. But you know, we crafters, we work with what we have in the moment. And here we're going to do a few more of these. So let's go talk back into Kendra's card challenge. So we are, of course, featuring today Bitty Penny. Her papers are fabulous. If you have not tried them, they are just the best. She is actually also not only our super sponsor, but she is one of our design team members. She is a sweetheart. She just thinks about her papers. So again, if you have not seen my opening of her products, just make sure that you check it out. It's not too many videos ago. Also, if you have not signed up for Kendra's Card Challenge, one of our levels in the Patreon is free, so you can download all the information that you need to start getting in working our challenges. Also, I do recommend that you check out our original. Kendra puts every month, she puts instructions on how you download the sketches, how you use them, everything. So check that out. It's really simple. You just have to make sure that you check that video. Give a few minutes just so you can follow along. Then also we have a few different layers on the Patreon. There are sample kits. They are mini kits that you get a mini kit or a sampler kit. You also get all the backlogs of all the other KCC challenges that we have done. We are in the number 18. So you got 17 others. So this would be amazing for you guys to get all that inspiration right into your computer. Here I am adding a little bit of my Stabilo Oil pencil just to make her pop a little bit. All I did was I put her down into that matted, and then I'm making her just pop a little more with that black. She just literally pops out of that paper. And we are going to glue this into a cream colored, it's a beautiful cream color cardstock that I have for a card base. And I added a few blings to add even more texture to it. But here she is. She is looking amazing. I truly love how she turned out. I bet she is not my only 4-season princess that I will have this time around. And I'm here trying to show you how I usually do this, but then I realized I forgot to trim that little bit that is on her hair, which I'm probably not going to trim because I actually like that it's not flush. So here it is, and it just looks amazing. Thank you so much for joining me. If you like my content, make sure that you like and subscribe. And don't leave your crafting for tomorrow. Start today.